This group right here is a very impressive group of young ladies. I was lucky enough to watch them at the lower state championship game. We couldn't make it to the championship game, but I telling you, I was messaging people left and right because they made that one a close game, but y'all pulled it out, and you really made yourself, your families, your school, and the whole town of Moncks Corner very proud. Whereas the Town of Moncks Corner Town Council is proud to recognize the historic achievements of the 2025 Berkeley High School Lady Stags basketball team, and whereas the Lady Stags have demonstrated outstanding skill, perseverance, and sportsmanship throughout the season, culminating in winning the 2025 SCHSL AAAAA Girls Basketball State Championship. And whereas the Lady Stags, under the exceptional leadership of head coach Crystal Peace and the dedicated coaching staff, have brought pride and distinction to Berkeley High School and Moncks Corner community. And whereas the Lady Stags' commitment to excellence and teamwork has not only solidified their place in Berkeley High School athletics history, but has also inspired future generations of student athletes. And whereas the Town of Moncks Corner wishes to formally recognize and celebrate the 2025 Berkeley High School Lady Stags basketball team for their hard work, dedication, and championship victory. Now, therefore, I, Thomas Hamilton Jr., Mayor, and the Town Council members of the Town of Moncks Corner do hereby proclaim April 8th, 2025 as Berkeley High School Lady Stags Basketball Day in Moncks Corner, South Carolina, and encourage all residents to join in celebrating their remarkable achievements.
Coach, you need to get in there.
Oh, come on, get in.
So you need to get up there and hand it to you.
There you go.
Sure.
This one. Y'all stay right there for a second. Let's hand this off. And we have another proclamation. Right now. In honor of Coach Crystal Peace, whereas Coach Crystal Peace, a proud Berkeley High School alumni, has dedicated herself to the development and success of the Lady Stags basketball program, first as an assistant coach from 2006 to 2010, and then as the head coach from 2010 to the present. And whereas through her leadership, dedication, and passion for the game, Coach Peace has guided the Berkeley High School Lady Stags to their first ever SCHSL Girls Basketball State Championship, making history for the school and the community. And whereas Coach Peace's championship victory is not only a monumental achievement for Berkeley High School athletics, but also marks the first female state championship in school history, paving the way for future generations of female athletes. And whereas after a stellar playing career at Berkeley High School, Coach Peace continued her education and athletic journey at Liberty University before returning home to lead and mentor the next generation of student athletes. And whereas her tireless commitment, discipline, and leadership have shaped the Lady Stags into a championship caliber team, instilling values of teamwork, perseverance, and sportsmanship within her players. And whereas the Town of Moncks Corner wishes to recognize and celebrate Coach Crystal Peace for her historic accomplishments and unwavering dedication to Berkeley High School and the community. Now, therefore, it be resolved that I, Thomas J. Hamilton Jr., Mayor, and Town Council members formally designate April 8th, 2025 as a day to honor Coach Crystal Peace in the Town of Moncks Corner for her historic achievement. So you get your own. I'm gonna have Coach Peace say a few words, but if anybody watched the video of her after the lower state championship game, this lady has passion, commitment, and you can tell a love for her players. So congratulations.
I wasn't expecting this, but thank you, Mayor and Town Council. Just extreme gratitude to our admin who've been supportive from day one, just in all things, even down to advice and just loving on me when Mom passed. I appreciate y'all and our parents that are here again tonight. You know, a lot of stuff that we've accomplished, it's not going to happen unless you got parents who actually support what you're trying to do. So I genuinely appreciate you all. And once again, Mayor and Town Council, thank y'all for this recognition. And we did something very special in Moncks Corner. I've always wanted to come back home. It's in the yearbook. I wrote that one of the things I wanted to do was come back and coach girls basketball. And God allowed me to do that. And I'm doing that until He says my time is up. So I just want to say thank you and shout out to these young girls and my coaching staff. Coach Pugh, who is a Berkeley High grad as well. She graduated the year after me. And Coach Rico Singleton, he's been with the program for, I think, 9 years as well. And without their effort, we wouldn't be standing up here. So a state championship for girls basketball is pretty big in Moncks Corner. So we're looking forward to celebrating.
Yes. Congratulations. And we got a little swag bag for everybody, so.
Do you want to call them up and give them, or just call them? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
You did these two. Which, Singleton?
Yeah.
And Coach Reese, if you want to call your players out.
Okay. Paris Capers, number 23. Madison Thomas, number 12. Kennedy Caldwell, number 1. Talia Madison Lasson, number 15. Elena Carter, number 3. Talia Portier, number 21. Ayana Moses, number 10. Monty McCray, number 11. Kaylin Caldwell, number 22. Amani Levy, number 25. Jimmy Gray, number 31. Riley Gary, who's playing softball.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. If y'all want to go, we'll give you a minute or two. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty of the meeting, so. Smile. All right. All right. Approval of minutes for the regular meeting minutes, March 18th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Mayor's report. I'll try to get through this quick. March 20th, went and read story time to the children at Berkeley County Library. March 20th, I also attended the smoke alarm blitz with the Moncks Corner Fire Department and the Moncks Corner Police Department. They also did a cookout for the Shannonwood community. March 21st, attended the swearing-in ceremony for Chief Lee Mixon. March 22nd, I attended a community event at Grace Impact Center. March 24th, opening day of Miracle League. Mondays and Tuesdays, I encourage individuals and businesses to come out to the Miracle League and volunteer to be a buddy to these players. It's something that you will not regret doing. March 25th, attended a memorial social for Officer Stiles and Wells at the train depot. March 26th, I attended and completed Session B of the Municipal Elected Officials Government Training in Columbia. Session B is one of the 7 required courses to be eligible to graduate from the MEO Institute of Government. March 27th, I attended the Donuts with Cops at Duncan at Fox Bank. March 28th, I attended the 67th class reunion of the Berkeley Training School. That's an amazing group of people. I love to hear their stories. April 3rd, I attended the ribbon cutting of the UPS store. Councilwoman Lloyd was also in attendance. April 3rd, I attended the opening day of the farmers market. Mayor Pro Tem Dennis and myself rang the bell to open the market this year. April 4th, I had a 7th grade student named Emily from Berkeley Middle School shadow me for the day. I took her around to all the departments and had them explain what they do for the town. We also had 4 other shadows, 2 with the police, Libba and Susan had 1. That was a pretty cool experience, and it got them to see a little bit of how the town runs. April 5th, I was invited to throw out the first pitch for recreation night at the Stags game. April 3rd through November 20th. We want to invite everyone to come out to the farmers market every Thursday evening from 3 to 7. Currently, the farmers market is located at Unity Park. We do have parking at the Hymn Church behind Barron's. April 21st, there will be a parade at 5 p.m. from Carolina Avenue to Berkeley High School to honor the Lady Stags basketball champions. Afterwards, Berkeley High School will have a family fun fest until 7:30. And April 26th, we're going to have Pickin' in the Corner on Main Street from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The event is sponsored by the Town of Moncks Corner and Collectors Corner. We'll have vendors, food trucks, and vintage finds. That concludes my report. The administrator's report, Jeffrey Lord.
Yes, sir. I'm going to update you on a couple of projects. The Jolly and Whitesville Road bridge replacements, those projects are done. Closeout paperwork was sent today, so I think that's 3 years of work come to completion. So very happy to see those done. The Hill Warren Bridge, that bid is out. It's been advertised and is due May the 8th. So that will be the next one. The other one that we've been working on is the Winter Street crossing. Unfortunately, we've had a delay with that. And the time it took us to get through approvals and permitting with DOT, our Corps of Engineers permit lapsed. So that's we'll start that process again. So hopefully we can get that done soon. The California branch study, we're expecting the end results of that study this week. Once we have that in hand, then we can start using it to go after the different grants for the different activities called out in the report. The Fox Bank intersection is expecting master arm delivery And so they should start putting my storms in next week. So excited to see those finally go up. And my storms are just something with a long lead time, so that's what they've been waiting on. So now that those are coming in, there's nothing holding that project up anymore. And we have a couple of introductions. So Chief Mixon, do you want to go first?
Mr. Mayor, Town Council, I'd like to introduce you to Jeremy Parker. Jeremy joins us from another law enforcement agency, actually was recruited by the mayor himself in the Walmart, I believe, wasn't it? Jeremy comes to us, again, with certified law enforcement experience. He has a bachelor's degree in international intelligence and national security studies from Coastal Carolina University. He spent 3 years on active duty in the Army. He's transitioned to the South Carolina National Guard now and serves as a cavalry scout. He currently resides here in Moncks Corner with his wife, Sonia. Introduce Jeremy Parker.
Welcome, and thank you for your service.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, and Mr. Westbrook.
Good evening, Council. Mr. Mayor, we have with the departure of our business development manager, we've repurposed that position to more of a planner role to help me with our ongoing, hopefully controlled growth. So we went out and recruited. We have hired, and he started on Monday, Carter France. Carter comes from us from the BCD COG, so he has experience with some planning experience in transportation focused. Has a bachelor's from College of Charleston from 2024 in history and a minor in urban studies. So we expect great things out of Carter, and we welcome him on board.
Welcome.
And that concludes my report.
New business, cooperative intergovernmental agreement between the town of Moncks Corner and Berkeley County government to procure, plan, and construct a park at Epsom Plantation Drive bearing TMS 123-00-01-070, 3.76 acres, and TMS 123-00-01-050, 1.1 acres. Administrator Lord?
Yes, Council, if you remember, we've been working with the county to have an agreement on the Epsom Oaks properties as two parcels, as the mayor mentioned in the reading of the agreement, with the intent that we would work together to purchase it 50-50, and then going forward, the county would turn it into a park, and then town would take on maintenance to maintain it from there on. So what is in front of you is that agreement. The next item on the agenda is the purchase of the properties.
Mr. Mayor, if I may, I have a few questions, just more to get a couple of things on the records. What do we see this project becoming? What is it? What are we, I know what we're purchasing, I understand the property. I've always had questions about this particular one. But what do we see as an end result on this?
It's a public park, and I think there's been conversations about being a history-focused, Revolutionary War history as being, the key part of it in this area. But yeah, it's public park, public space, walking trails, and picnic benches, and that sort of thing.
Any idea what we see as the cost of maintenance on this as a yearly kind of upkeep?
We don't have a dollar value on that, but it's basically what we do for our other parks, cutting grass, maintaining shrubs. It should be minimal. Without a design, we can't really.
Okay, and as far as, I know we're responsible as a town for the maintaining of the property itself after the purchase, and I understand that part of the contract. As far as any placards that we might be doing or anything like that, is that all on our responsibility as far as the history side of this park?
The county's responsibility.
The county's responsible for that side? Thank you.
Anyone else? Do I have a motion?
So moved.
A second. Any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Passes. Property purchase, Epsom Oaks Plantation bearing TMS 123-00-01-070 and TMS 123-00-01-050. Total purchase price, $1,200,000 plus closing costs and fees shared through a cooperative intergovernmental agreement between the town of Moncks Corner and Berkeley County. Administrator Lord?
Yes, this is just actually purchasing the property.
Mr. Mayor, if I may, I know this is going on for a while, but this money that we are spending on this, was this some of the ARPA money?
Yes.
Okay, I
This
know we
is,
had it earmarked for this specific project, and then there was some back and forth between us and the county as far as were they gonna participate, were they not, who was responsible for what, but this is not coming out of the general fund, this was ARPA money, correct?
correct. This is coming in the ARPA fund, and this will close out the ARPA funds.
Good, thank you.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? That passes. I'd just like to say Mr. Brogdon has really done a lot of work to put a lot of people together to get these signatures. So I know it was a task. So thank you very much for all your hard work.
Thank you very much. You're welcome, Mayor. I enjoyed working with the folks that were involved in this, many of them.
Yes, sir. All right, ordinance first reading. Consider a zoning map amendment, ZA-25-01, request for one parcel, TMS 142-04-01-049, totaling approximately 0.18 acres, located at 300 North Live Oak Drive. The parcel is currently zoned office and institutional C1, and the applicant is seeking single-family residential R2. Justin?
Yes, sir. This is a very straightforward rezoning request by the applicant. The office institutional is our light zoned commercial, more like office, professional offices, medical offices, dental office, things of that nature. It is a small piece of property that fronts 17A. Here, it's highlighted in the red. It does butt up to Hutchinson Lane, which I believe is a private road where the Habitat homes are off of, to get you familiar with the property. They are looking for single-family residential R2, which is not unheard of because the properties on Hutchinson Lane are R2. Obviously highlighted in the orange is the R2 area. Obviously the property in red is the parcel in question. Full disclosure, the large property in yellow on 17A is coming for rezoning to go to C1. So we're trying to do our best to protect our commercial corridors where we can, and it makes sense. The surrounding areas, obviously, we have county property across the street of 17A. We have some residential in the area and some office institutional. I believe there's a barber shop. There's some other people looking at mechanic shops, things along that nature. So we are starting to get more of an influx and questions of small scale commercial, hence why staff's recommendation is to follow. The comp plan shows this area to be mixed residential types with single families. However, it is also in that dashed orange line there on the comp plan. That's the future land use map of our 2024 comp plan. It shows that area in our highway commercial overlay district. That district is for mixed residential types, but is also, and I believe that might be a typo, is intended for a more high density resident or a commercial, again, falling in line with staff's recommendation of denial. There we go. There it is. I'm sorry, it's a 1,000-foot buffer. I had duplicate slides in there. I apologize. It's along 52 as well as 17A, but it's a 1,000-foot buffer, low intensity, ideally service-based commercial. Basically, the commercial we see along 17A between Main Street and 52. The batteries might be dying. It is in harmony with one of our goals to allow housing opportunities, but staff does feel it is also against two of our goals, which is to maintain a sustainable community, current infrastructure. So obviously, access to Hutchinson Lane would be a question. That road's already there. Do we want to see more cars on it? That goes against number 1. And number 8, preserve the community assets. Again, small town character, 17A is a commercial corridor. We see it with the rustic muffin, I believe, is on there, and a couple, I think there's a Mexican grocery store on there. So we see 17A as a low density commercial corridor. We look to protect that. So staff's concerns, to recap, is it is town character residential, but it is not compatible with the highway commercial. We do have questions on access for either commercial or residential, but we feel like commercial would be easier to achieve, and it would limit the future land use for problematic for the future owner based on the conversations we've had. At that point, we recommended denial. We took it to the planning commission, who heard their request at March 25th meeting. The applicant did not attend, but nobody spoke in favor or against it. They echoed staff's concerns generally. Further information's in your staff report. They also recommended at, I believe, 6-0, a recommended denial as well. Today is the first reading. I'm available for any questions if you have any.
Motion to deny.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? All right. Ordinance first reading, amending the business license ordinance of the town of Moncks Corner to update the class schedule as required by Act 176 of 2020. Marilyn, can you?
Yes, sir. Excuse me. Mayor and Town Council, business license ordinance, we adopted the standardization Act of 176 back in 2020. And every odd year, we have to update our classification schedules for the business license. And this is the year that we need to adopt that. And it won't go into effect until January 2026. But staff is just trying to be proactive and get this done early on. But it's something that we're required to do.
Motion to approve.
Second? Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? All opposed? There's no old business to be brought before council. There was no one to sign up for public input. I'll need a motion to go into executive session to discuss proposed contractual negotiations related to the provisions of fire service.
So moved.
Proposed contractual agreement related to downtown redevelopment project.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We are now in executive session. Actually, we made pretty good time.
That's for you. Make a motion to go out of executive session.
Do I have a-
Regular session.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We're now back in session. Are there any other matters to come before council? Do I have a motion to adjourn? Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. We are adjourned. Y'all always wait, and then we come back